Hey YouTube, obviously it's me again, Joy, the girl who doesn't shut or stop thinking. I can't even think properly, you see I'm stuttering, what is wrong with me? Okay, this is part one to my story, and I'm gonna call it anorexia. I think personally eating, I don't even think that, I'm sure there's a lot of proof, statistics that anorexia, bulimia, eating less, on the rise, definitely. And I am along with those people who are in the school of thought that they're caused by the media. Not maybe not solely caused by the media, but definitely an influence there, especially because of Photoshop and all that sort of rubbish. But here's my story. When I was a little girl, I grew up to about the age of 6 and everything's normal really. And then my parents split and got back together and split, got back together and split. And my dad at that time, we only just found out he was bipolar. So I don't know if he was back then because I was very young. But I, over and over again, kept getting told that Alfie, you're fat, you can't eat that. If you eat that, you're going to get fat in your face. You're going to have really chunky thighs, and no boy is ever going to want you. Nobody's going to love you if you're fat. That idea got literally drilled into my brain that skinny equals love. Thin is in. If I was fat, if I dared to get fat, nobody would ever want me. Nobody. And to win the love of my dad, to win the love of everybody really, um, I started to starve myself. I went through, I think I was 12, about 11, 12 years old. Um, So I went on that ridiculous diet where all you drink is I think a few litres of water, lemon juice, mixed in some cayenne pepper and some honey or something like that, and syrup. I think it's syrup actually. I did that ridiculous diet. I refused to eat. My parents didn't know what the hell was going on. They really didn't. They said to me, Alfie, why aren't you eating? And I said to them, I don't deserve it. I don't. They got really mad at me. I don't know. This is the whole point. Everybody at that stage, they think, oh, she's 12, 13 years old. Attention seeker. You get that label. You get that label of being an attention seeker. And nobody took me seriously. They didn't. And it made me very, very depressed that I could not control the way I was eating, and that the way I was eating was causing so many problems. And the fact that nobody believed me. I wasn't referred to the child and adolescent mental health service, as CAMS, until I was about 15 years old. But I've been having these problems since I was at least 11 or 12. That's when I started taking myself anywhere. So by the time I was 14, I was about, I think when I was around 12, 13, I would have been a bit over 8 stone. I dropped down to 7 quite rapidly. This happened within a month. Um, I, to be honest, looking back at pictures, I was maybe a bit chubby, but I wasn't fat, so I was already on the I was quite tall. I was about 5'4", 5'5", so it wasn't like I was really short. I just got really fairly thin. Got to the point where normally I'd fit into a size 8, or maybe I'd be at 8 in top, 10 on the bottom when I was about 13, 14. I had to wear children's clothing because I couldn't get into women's sizes. I've often trained a thought of, yeah, my period stopped. I stopped menstruating normally because I was so thin. My body started to give up and basically started to eat myself, digesting all the energy that would be needed for things that are less important. And to be honest, if your body feels like it's starving, it really won't think it's appropriate to be able to carry a baby. So that stopped. And food is such a social thing. This is what people don't realise. You eat with your family and your friends, you chill out at sleepovers over loads of chocolate, and I found it really difficult to eat in front of people. I really, really did. And it pushed me away while everybody was eating around the table, whether this be in their lunch hall at school or at home. I would isolate myself and eat somewhere else. And that was really hard because it really just takes away from people, and as well as physically making me skinny and weak and dizzy, the amount of times I passed out, ridiculous. I developed anemia. I was deficient in loads of vitamins. I was so skinny, just really, really unattractively skinny. But I thought if the thing about having an eating disorder is a lot of the time you want to be the best at having an eating disorder. If somebody's like at school, oh, I'm on a diet, I want to lose this much, you have to beat them. Well, that's the way it was for me. It's a competition, a constant competition to win everybody's love. Oh, if I beat her, I'm better. I'm better than you. I am. And it's like when you have such a low self confidence, you have to keep repeating to yourself that if I do this, then people will love me. But no matter how many of those things on your list you do, nobody will love you more. And you still won't feel, you won't gain anything in yourself that people are loving you more, or that you can love yourself more. Um, Now, me coming out with my anorexia happened when my mum was away on like a business trip, and I was ironically with my dad. We got fairly close over the time my mum wasn't there, and he finally said to me, "Alfie, your eating's got even worse than it used to be, and I think that you should see a doctor about this." So I had some blood tests done just to make sure it wasn't organic or that there wasn't something in my stomach stopping me from eating or anything like that. And the doctor said, "I'm sorry, this is not an organic reason," which basically means, "Alfie, you've got an eating disorder. This isn't normal." But even though it's not normal, it's very, very common. A load of girls and a load of boys now as well are getting it. So I urge you, if you feel there's something wrong with your eating, or you can't control something in your life and you resolve to either eating too much or not eating at all, talk to somebody you trust that you love, and it really it did benefit me going forward. And as well as that, I'm a bit better now. I'm still finding it kind of hard to eat in front of people, but in terms of I'm a size 6 now, and I'm it might not seem that big to you, but to me that's great. And I'm not gonna promise you it's been about 3 or 4 years for me, and I still feel like if I got bigger than a size 8, I would go cut myself or something. I don't self harm anymore. I've been off that. That is amazing, and I'm telling you, if you ever overcome something like that, you're an amazing person. You really are. But you know what I mean. I've still got these thoughts that have been in my head for such a long time. It just takes a long time to get rid of them. But I promise you, with the support of people who do love you, because somebody out there, even if it's just one person, somebody loves you more than you know. They do. They really do. So just seek help, seek advice, and if you have any questions or anything, um, leave a comment or send me an inbox or something, and I'd be happy to answer.